What's up? Happy Halloween. This week we have a bit of a different video. So, this YouTuber Hydukin is doing a Halloween themed Gunpla contest. I'm recording this ahead of time so I can post it on October 31st, which is the deadline. I'm just gonna be sending the finished result into his Discord, but for my YouTube channel, I wanted to send it out on the day of the deadline, which also happened to be today, Halloween. But yeah, right there you can see I wrote Norn on its shoulder because that is part of the contest requirements, so you can prove that it's not a custom you've already made. But yeah, so this is the ARC 78-2 trial kit. I didn't have anything else to customize, but my idea has become basing this off of one of my favorite movies of all time, The Nightmare Before Christmas. So I'm going to paint him like in Jack Skellington's colors, if that makes sense. So first of all, right here we have the crotch piece. I got rid of the star on it because doesn't really make sense having an Earth Federation star on a kit like this. And then I cut the flags off the V-fin so it looks more like a real V-fin. And then yeah, I kind of just smoothed out some nubs and stuff because this kit, when you get it at like conventions and stuff, and they make you build it, but you just snap it off of a runner with your hand. So I had to fix up all the nub marks and stuff. And now I've been taking it apart. As you can see, the chest is taken apart. But yeah, like I've been taking it apart so then I can paint the stuff black that I want to paint black, and then paint the stuff white that I want to paint white for like the main coat. And then I'm gonna paint white stripes over the black, like the suit that Jack Skellington is wearing in the movie. And then I haven't actually decided how I'm gonna do his bow tie, but I will figure it out at some point throughout this build. But right now I'm just getting the general details down. But yeah, I'll get back to you once I have started painting stuff black. Okay, I'm about to paint the left arm and left leg, the parts to them, black. I will get back to you once I've painted all of the parts fully. Yeah, for these guys, I'm just using this black spray paint. And yeah, I will see you guys once this is done. Alright, I figured I'd just show on camera some of my covering of this. And yeah, some of this is just touch-ups on these parts that are already painted black, but then these are all the torso and crotch pieces. But yeah, I figured I'd just get some on camera to show you guys. Alright, I'm gonna get a more even coat off camera. See you guys in a sec. I didn't really add anything transitional, but we're moving on to the bow tie now. And I just wanted to add this in now while I'm editing it. Okay, right here we have my jar of nubs. So Jack Skellington wears, well, this is one of my jars of nubs, but Jack Skellington wears a bow tie. So my idea is we take part of a nub from a runner, something like this. If we'll focus. Yeah, you kind of get the idea. If you've ever built Gunpla, you would know what a nub looks like. Yeah, there you go. Now it's focusing better. And then I'm gonna cut off parts off of a full runner for the edges of the bow tie. Got the parts off the runner, so now it's time to shape these guys out and to sand off the text on them. Yeah, I'll get back to you guys once I have these parts shaped out. Alright, this does not really look like much because it's so small and it's unpainted. So here we have both sides of the tie, and then right here, Okay, that's the best I'm gonna get, but you can see the two little upwards bumps. Those are meant to be like the ears on the bat, and then the lower, like the facing down, is meant to be like the chin. And then those two tie parts are gonna attach to either side, and then I'm gonna paint them black. Okay, these guys have been cemented, so now I'm gonna leave it to cure for a day. I might add even more cement, and then I'll paint this black, and then I'll add the white details like the eyes on the bat head and the little white stripes across each little section of the tie. Okay, so for this diorama, it's gonna be that Night Before Christmas poster I showed earlier in the video, and in the poster there's pumpkins, but I wanted to put a Gundam twist on them, so I've been printing these gem heads. If you could see, yeah, that's a little bit easier to see. Boom. Yeah, I'm gonna smooth them out more when I paint them, but I'm gonna paint them orange and make the visor and the cameras yellow, and I'm gonna call them pump gems. But yeah, I will get back to you guys with the paint on the Gundam, which should be looking good now. Alright, so right here you can see I painted all the parts. I did start on some of it because I didn't actually think about the fact that, oh wait, I have to record this. But yeah, it's looking pretty cool. This is what the backpack looks like. Yeah, I'm gonna finish painting it. I'm gonna start out with this bow tie now though. Yeah, and then what I'm using to paint is this skewer because it's the only thing with a fine enough tip. And then this does look a little messy, but I do not have the steadiest of hands. And the animation style of the movie does kind of lend me to being able to have imperfections, which is good for me, who has very unsteady hands. I'm doing my best though, but yeah. I'm gonna stripe the rest of these parts. I'll see you guys then. Alright, introducing the pump gems. So all of these guys are gonna get smoothed out, all these gem heads. And then I'm gonna spray paint them orange and use acrylic paint on the visor, the Vulcan guns, and the cameras. But yeah, these guys came out pretty good. We got all 12 of them that are in the poster. Well, the pumpkins in the poster, but they're gonna be pumpkin gems. But yeah, I'll get back to you guys with whatever makes the most sense to put in here next with the editing. Okay, right here, the finished paint job on the Gundam. We still need to attach Jack's bow tie, but the paint job itself is done on the Gundam. So pretty proud of how this guy came out. Looks pretty nice to me. I'll probably 3D print different hands, because in the poster he's got like, his hands are just like open palmed hands. And then I've been working on filing down these gem heads. I only did 2 of them so far, but yeah, gonna put the bow tie on the Gundam and do these gem heads. And then I'm gonna paint these gem heads orange to be the pumpkin gems. But yeah, get back to you guys once I'm done with that, with the tie and the pumpkin gems. What's up? I'm recording after I already finished because I forgot to ever record anything for the gem heads, and I didn't send any pictures of the gem heads to anyone because I didn't really want to show it to the other people in the contest or anything. I kind of just wanted to keep it a secret. But this is what they look like. See, you got the orange paint on them and then the yellow acrylic. I like how they came out. But yeah, I totally forgot to record anything for the process of making them. But yeah, this is what they look like. And I'll get back to the original video now. Okay, so we are yet again back at my Prusa. So this is about to start printing the main piece of the diorama scene. So yeah, I'm gonna keep working on painting up those gem heads. I added the orange to them. I don't think I recorded that. But yeah, I'm been working on adding the yellow. I'll record once I'm done painting them fully. But yeah, this is about to start on the actual spiral hill and the field and stuff. But yeah, get back to you guys when either I'm done with the gym heads. Well, when I'm done with the gym heads. Alright, right here we have the main piece of the spiral hill. So this thing is pretty big. I just finished printing. This is how big it is compared to, how big to the custom for this is. But yeah, we're gonna have to make this thing black. I used white filament just because it's all I had. But yeah, I'm gonna have to make this thing black. And then I think to get some of the highlights in the poster, I'm just gonna scratch the top layer black off to reveal some of the white that's under it. And then once we make this thing black and look all nice, then we add the pump gems and a backdrop, and it's done. And then plus we have to print some of this actual spiral part separately, and the moon and some of the graves separately, because this thing just can't print with those properly. But yeah, get back to you once that's done. Alright, we now have the complete main diorama piece, so we just gotta make this thing color match, and I gotta remove these pumpkins because I was kind of too lazy to just remove them from the file, so I'm just gonna remove them from the final print. And then yeah, paint this guy up, paint the different graves up, and attach those on after we paint it, and attach the pump gem heads, and then finally figure out how I'm gonna do the backdrop. But then also I'll put the actual Jack Skellington Gundam like up here. Yeah, and then I'm gonna just use photo editing app, and then we're gonna make it look like the actual poster. So like the original poster says like Disney, then Tim Burton's Nightmare Before Christmas. So we're gonna just have it say Sunrise, Yoshiyuki Tomida's Mobile Suit Gundam. But yeah, it's looking pretty good. Pretty excited to see the final result of this thing. I'll see you guys once I'm done with some of the paint. Okay, so right here we have the diorama. I painted the parts, I painted it gray mostly because I'm gonna mask out this fence so then it's gray, and then we're painting all the landscape and stuff black, and the pumpkins are gonna get covered up by the gym heads. It is masked now, and I'm going out to paint it black. Okay, so the whole thing is finished drying after I masked it and painted it black. So now I'm gonna take all this paint off and hope it worked well. Did I say take all the tape off? I probably said that right the first time. Alright, took the masking tape off, so now this guy's ready to get a black wash on the gray, well, the panel line. And then I can attach the pump gems. So I'll get back to you once this is done with panel lining it. Okay, so we added the gravestones, and then we also did the bit of the wash. It didn't work as well as I thought it was. It does look better, but it doesn't look as much better as I was hoping it would. But yeah, now for the pump gems and putting this guy actually on there, and then just setting up the backdrop, taking the picture, and we have our completed contest submission. Okay, so I did more than I said I was going to do. So we got the pump gems on, just like in the poster. We got the one on the fence too. I had to double check that. And now I put on the Jack Skellington Gundam onto the thing. I don't know if I actually showed this early in the video yet, but see, we have the striping done and the bow tie done. But this is this is essentially the final thing. We just need to set up a backdrop with the moon and then take a nice picture, and this is ready to submit for the contest. Alright, so we have the setup ready. I think this looks really good, but I'm just gonna take a high quality picture And then this contest submission is completed. It's ready to be sent in. And I'm saving the send in and this upload for Halloween. But yeah, I think I've got a shot at winning. But yeah, I'll show you guys the picture in a sec. Now for the 3 different versions of my submission. So first of all, here's one that's just no moon. It's purely unedited. Then here's one where I used the purely unedited one. I edited the background and added a digital moon because I thought that looked arguably better than the physical one. This is probably my favorite version of the submission. I think this one looks so awesome. And then finally, here's one with the physical moon I made. But yeah, super excited to see the results of the contest. I'm hoping I win. But yeah, I've got some pretty good competition though. There's some really good other submissions, but I got a chance. But yeah, I'll just at Hadouken. I'm probably gonna send it to him as well. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I try to do weekly Gunpla videos. I just, for past little bit, I've been really busy. Haven't been able to edit videos, but that should not be as much of an issue. I think I'm gonna figure out how to get more videos out. I'm probably just gonna use weekends to prepare multiple, just so I have multiple ready to post at any given time. But yeah, see ya.